All right. Is it X-Men Dark Phoenix time? They dropped that latest trailer. Let's see. I know this movie might... I saw reports that this movie is projected to have the lowest box opening opening weekend ever for an X-Men movie or X-Men franchise movie, which is not good. But we'll see. Maybe they can dazzle us.
When I lose control, bad things happen. But it feels good.
A trailer for a trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen of NASA, this is Charles Xavier. Help is on the way.
We're doing space missions now. Cool.
The X-Men go to space a
bring
lot.
them home. Go.
Heat signature's rising fast.
We gotta get out of here.
Where's Jean?
Where is she? Jean!
She should be dead.
Did you hear what the kids are calling you? Phoenix.
Hello, Jean.
Who are you?
The better question is, who are you?
Something's happening to me. When I lose control, bad things happen. But it feels good.
That power destroyed everything it ever came into contact with. Until you. The X-Men fear you. And what they fear,
We seek to destroy.
She'll kill us all.
The girl dies.
She's still our friend.
She's not Jean anymore.
Are you threatening me?
That's right.
That would be a bad idea.
X-Men Dark Phoenix. In cinemas June 6.
I thought that looked all right. I was hearing or seeing stuff that some people thought this trailer was bad or something before. I haven't watched the trailer. This is the first time watching it, but I'd seen like some stuff about it, some chatter about it. I thought it looked decent. There was nothing in that trailer that made me think based on this, oh, this movie's going to be terrible. It looked like it could be totally, completely fine. I like seeing, it looks like the story thread they're going for is, you know, whoever Jessica Chastain plays, Lily with the blonde hair, I think she's trying to manipulate Jean into thinking the X-Men are more afraid of her or trying to destroy her than they really are. I think it starts out where Jean gets all this power and people are freaked out, but they still care about her and they're like, what's wrong? And they don't necessarily see her as a threat, perhaps, unless she's flipping out and doing bad stuff. But I think like Jessica Chastain's character's getting in her head saying they're not sure about her, but she's trying to make it seem like they're afraid of you and they want to kill you and stuff like that, which ramps up Jean's paranoia and stuff, you know, to kind of escalate the situation in her head more than it is in reality, which just pushes her more to the dark side of rebelling and stuff. There's more than that. I mean, in other trailers, they made it seem like the professor hid a secret from Jean when she was a little kid to suppress something or suppress her power or knowledge of what she did, mess with her head. And Jean will probably find that out, and that'll just cause her to flip out and be mad, rage, and revenge. But the whole thing about Jean secretly being evil, I don't understand what that's about. Because Jean's not like a repressed evil person, right? They seem to make it seem that way. Or, you know, that she keeps her dark side hidden because she's afraid if it comes out, she'll do bad stuff. But that's the same kind of impulse anybody with superpowers would have, right? I mean, Superman. Let's say Superman went evil. Let's say that Superman felt like beating somebody up because he was mad someday, right? He could just mess all kinds of people up and never be stopped because he's Superman, right? But anyone with powers, you know, is a danger if they get pissed off or unhappy. So I don't see why Jean would be more of like a danger or more like I'm more evil or more sinister because of my thoughts than everyone else. Because I mean, any human being with power to like instantly like mess up everybody else's lives would be the same kind of danger. So, you know, I'll be interested to see how they do that in this show. You know, why Jean's got to repress stuff, but like nobody else has to. The professor's as powerful a telepath as Jean. He's as much of a danger to mess with people's heads as she would be. So, you know, interesting. I liked some of the fight scenes we saw teased. They look good to me. I mean, they look just as good as what you might see in like an MCU film. You know, when Quicksilver looked like he was running up on air and debris to get to Jean. And when, you know, Storm sent the lightning down. And then they cut to Jean smacking away. It looked like she was smacking away Storm's lightning, but it could have been that she was smacking away something else. That looked cool. You know, when Jean said, "Oh, don't threaten," when she like made Magneto's helmet come off with her telekinesis, that looked cool. I mean, it looked fine. It looked decent compared to what you'd see in a movie like this today. So I don't know. I mean, I think if Dark Phoenix does turn out to be a bad movie, it's not going to be because of the special effects necessarily. It's just going to be because of the plotting and the story. But what we saw here, it looked decent to me. It didn't look like, oh, this looks like a terrible plot from the snippets we've seen here. I mean, the full movie itself could turn out to be terrible, but I thought it looked solid. I liked how they set up the way Jean gets, I guess, connected to the Phoenix Force by going into space on that ship. I don't remember how she originally connected with the Phoenix Force in the comics. I think it had to do with an X-Men space mission. It's been so long since I've read X-Men comics, but I think it had something to do with that. And I thought that the way the writers came up with the way for her to get connected to it made sense in this trailer. You know, they're on a space mission and there's some energy that collides with her, and there's the Phoenix Force. And the way that they're trying to like explain how this happened in the movie universe without having years of build up the way that it happened in the comics. I thought it looked solid. It's a shame that this is probably going to be the last X-Men movie we'll ever see for a long time, because this phase of the X-Men is over. I'm sure Kevin Feige is going to reboot. We've seen before where he said, "Oh, the X-Men aren't going to be in the MCU for another 5 years." And I'm sure when they do debut 5 years from now, it's going to be with mostly a new cast except for Deadpool. So, you know, it would be nice. I don't know if this movie is going to do that well financially. It would be great if this era of X-Men movies could end on a high note financially, but I don't think it will. And I think a lot of critics are out to get... I mean, Phoenix has so much bad buzz. I think a lot of critics are going to go on this movie prepared to actually hate it. So it could actually get horrible reviews. We'll see. The thing is, I'm hoping it's not a situation where the movie's actually decent, but the critics have their knives sharpened so much for it, it's like totally made out to be worse than it is. We'll see. Or maybe the movie will turn out to be actually terrible, but from what I saw here, I don't know. I'm still thinking it could still be at least a solid action movie. Maybe even a good one. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.